We're going to be reviewing the 4 ways we have learned to multiply 2 digits by 2 digits. The first method we're going to look at is the box method. So let's say we have two numbers, 56 times 78. In the box method, the first thing I'm going to do is make my box, separate it into 4 parts, and then I'm going to break apart my two numbers. So for 56, I would use 50 and 6 because 50 plus 6 is 56. For 78, I would use 70 and 8 because 70 plus 8 is 78. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply my numbers. So I'm going to start with 50 times the number on top, 70. I'm going to multiply 50 times the number on top, 8. I'm going to multiply 6 times the number on top, 70. And I'm going to multiply 6 again times the number on top, 8. So when I multiply these numbers, I'm going to get my partial products. We can do this in basic facts. 5 times 7 is 35, and I'm going to add 1, 2 zeros, 3,500. 5 times 8 is 40, and I'm going to add another 0 because the 50 has a 0. I'm going to multiply 6 times 7 is 42, and I'm going to add another 0, 420. And then 6 times 8 is 48. Now that I have my partial products, I'm going to add up these numbers to get my combined product. So 3,500 plus 400 plus 420 plus 48. I add these up, 8, 6, 13, regroup, 4,368. So that means my answer for 56 times 78 would be 4,368. The next method we're going to review is the partial products method, and we're going to use the same numbers, 56 times 78. So 56 times 78. In partial products, we multiply each number times its place value, times the value of it, of the position it's in, so that we can get the partial products and then add them up. So we will start, as always, with the number in the ones place. So I'm going to multiply 8 times the number on top, which is also in the ones place, so it's a 6. 8 times 6 is 48. Then I'm going to multiply 8 again, which is in the ones place, times the 5 on top. Now the 5 on top is actually in the tens place, so it doesn't represent a 5, it represents a 50. 8 times 5 is 40, don't forget to add the 0, so I get 400. Then I'm going to multiply 7, which is in the tens place, so it's a 70, times the 6 on top in the ones place, so 70 times 6. 7 times 6 is 42, don't forget to add the 0, so 420. Then I'm going to multiply the number on the bottom again in the tens place, which is a 7, which is actually a 70, times the number on top in the tens place, which is a 5, so it's actually a 50. And I get 7 times 5 is 35. Don't forget to add the 2 zeros. So 3,500. If I add these up, I get 8, 6, 13, regroup, and 4. So 56 times 78 in partial products method is also 4,368. That's the same answer I had if you look over here in the box method, 4,368, 4,368. The next way we're going to review is the standard algorithm, and we're going to use the same numbers, 56 times 78. So 56 times 78. In the standard algorithm, I multiply the number on the bottom in the ones place times the number on the top in the ones place. 8 times 6 is 48, so I drop my 8, and I regroup my 4. 8 times 5 is 40, but I'm going to add this 4 over here, so that's 44. And then I go to the next number, And the first thing I do is drop a 0 because this 7 that I'm going to multiply is in the tens place. So 7 times 6 is 42. I'm going to drop a 2 and regroup a 4 again. 7 times 5 is 35, plus this 4 is 39. I add these two numbers up. 8 plus 0 is 8, 4 plus 2 is 6, 9 plus 4 is 13, regroup, and 3 plus 1 is 4,368. That is the same as my previous answer, 4,368. And the last way we're going to review is the turtle head method, and we're going to use the same numbers again. 56 times 78. So I'm going to use 56 times 78. In the turtle head method, it's very, very similar to the standard algorithm, except in the turtle head method, there are steps we do to help us remember what we've already used and what's left. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my turtle head. My turtle head goes around the first numbers I'm going to multiply. So the first numbers I'm going to multiply are the top number, 56, times the 8 in the ones place on the bottom. So then I can start multiplying. 8 times 6 is 48. I drop my 8. I regroup my 4. 8 times 5 is 40, plus the 4 on top is 44. Here's where I add my 3 very important steps. I add a collar, I add a bow, and I lay an egg. Very, very important steps. I can continue. 7 times 6 is 42. I drop my 2. I regroup the 4. 7 times 5 is 35, plus the 4 I regrouped is 39. So now I can add up these numbers. 8 plus 0 is 8, 4 plus 2 is 6, 9 plus 4 is 13, regroup, and 3 plus 1 is 4,368. So there are 4 different ways you can multiply. You can choose whichever way is easiest for you to multiply. And that's it.